I would argue that the number one thing you and I need to do every single day is get into the right emotional state. Some might even call it your attitude. The first time I saw Zig Ziglar speak, I was 21 years old. He was at the Anaheim Convention Center. He slid down on one knee and he said so coolly, "You got to have goals for yourself." And then he gave us all those funny lines like, "Y'all need a checkup from the neck up." And I remember sitting in that room, quite honestly, thinking to myself, this is a bunch of malarkey. Like, what? Have a good attitude. What does that even mean? That afternoon, I spent some time with one of my mentors, someone that I just have so much respect and admiration for. And I said to him, "Hey, this guy Zig's telling me I have to have a good attitude. What is an attitude? Like, what is that?" He's like, "Well, first of all, it's your view of the world." I'm like, "Okay, that's very philosophical. Like, what controls my view of the world? That sounds like an effect. What is the cause?" And it was the first time I'd ever heard in my life that, Tom, your attitude is based around three things. Number one, the questions you ask yourself all the time. Why does this keep happening to me versus what am I committed to? Who do I love? What am I going to do today to be unstoppable? I'm like, that makes sense. If you ask yourself the right question, that's going to change your view of the world. The second thing he said was, it is what you say to yourself over and over and over and over. This is the first guy that really got me into affirmations. Thank you, Bill Mitchell. And what he said was, "Tom, like, I'm affirming every single day." And at that time, he had already, retired 5 times. He was a professional golfer. He had done it all, like started multiple companies, and now was just of service to about 37 entrepreneurs like myself. Like, he was just pouring it into all of us. He said, every single day, I'm affirming the things that I want. I'm activating the law of attraction. I'm activating the reticular activating system. And the more you're affirming what it is you want, I earn X, I feel this, I am this, over and over and over, plus you're asking yourself the right question, that impacts your attitude, your view of the world. Then he said to me, there's a third element, and arguably the most important one, and that is the way you move your physical body. Think about it. You and I have been in this situation before where I say to you, okay, do me a favor, show me you depressed. You don't go like this. Right? This is not the physical body of a depressed person. Matter of fact, I've for years said to people, when you're having a bad day, when you're one of my rocking sales consultants out here and somebody hangs up on you or a transaction doesn't go your way, what do? Most people, oh, right? But no, what should you do? You should be like this. Because you can't be in this physicality and be depressed. You can't be standing like this and saying, I'm alive, excited, full of energy, and ready to conquer the day. Right now, I command my consciousness. You can't say those things and be depressed. It's a pattern. And as soon as he said it, I went, I get it. Everything you do in your life is a pattern. You don't get up in the morning, put your clothes on, then get in the shower. You run a different pattern. You get up, you go to the gym, you do your thing, and then right? Like, there's a pattern for everything you do. What he said to me was, the true pattern for success are the questions you ask yourself, right? Your focus. It's the words you say to yourself over and over and over. Are you building yourself up or tearing yourself down? And then the third one is the way you move your body, right? Keeping your shoulders back, putting a smile on your face. We know just putting a smile on your face, proven gives you a 30% lift in your performance, right? Because who wants to work with someone that's walking around like this all the time, right? So those three things make that attitude that Zig was talking about, that Brian Tracy, that Tony Robbins, and all these amazing people in my life share with me early on. And then Bill said to me, and your attitude, guess what that does? It impacts the action that you take. And I said, does it make the action better or worse? He said, depends upon the pattern that you run. If I'm about to make a sales call and I'm like literally saying to myself, I hope they're not home. What if this person rejects me? And right? That pattern is going to impact your attitude. It's going to impact the action, and then it's ultimately going to impact the result that you generate. Think about that loop, right? Self-talk, physiology, focus impacts your attitude, your view of the world, impacts the actions that you take. It either has you make the action or it doesn't, or even if you do take the action, it can impact it because the person that you're dealing with is experiencing your pattern, your attitude, that action. That gives you a result. And guess what? When the results are rocking, it impacts these in a more positive way. But when you're not getting the results you want, does that impact your self-talk? Does that impact your focus? Does that impact your physiology, the way you're moving your body? We both know the answer is 100% yes. I started this by saying to you, the number one job of a salesperson, of an entrepreneur, of a mother, of a father, of a friend, is to get this right every single day, first thing in the morning. affirmations, asking yourself better quality questions, committed to moving your body in a powerful way, right? Walking around, like it's okay to walk around and literally get yourself pumped up. Now, you might do it differently from me. My client Maxine Gellens down in La Jolla, California, who's 81, isn't going, well, maybe she is, right? She's doing it her own way. Like hers is her little dance move. And that dance move, that gets her in the right attitude to go take great action, to get great results, and to keep that cycle going the right direction. So the question for you today is, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do to break the old pattern of the current attitude and really turbocharge it, enhance it, make it extraordinary so you can go out, touch more people, and be that human being that walks inside a room and all of the energy shifts because of the choices you made in the morning. Think about that.